We live in a country where actual judges take years and people take seconds to pass a judgment. Although we have come across millions and millions of examples as to how judging people can go miserably wrong, we still continue to do it. Of all the people I admire the most, Sudhamurthy definitely tops the list. Being one of the co-founders of India's IT giant Infosys, most importantly, she is one of the most humblest and the simplest person you will ever come across. In one of her autobiographies in Kannada, she has mentioned this one particular incident that occurred in the John F. Kennedy International Airport in the United States of America. Sudhamurthy was at the airport getting back to Bangalore, and as usual she was clad in a cotton sari and she stood in the business class queue. Right in front of her there were two extremely well-dressed women who started murmuring among themselves as soon as they saw Sudhamurthy. After some time, they asked Sudhamurthy if she was in the wrong queue. They told her that she didn't belong to the business class queue, instead she was supposed to move to the economy class queue. Sudhamurthy decided not to reveal herself and she stood in the same business class queue. After some time, the two women called up an airport staff and told him that this lady, Sudhamurthy, was in the wrong queue, that she did not belong to the business class queue, instead she was supposed to go to the economy class. The airport staff asked for Sudhamurthy's ticket, and as soon as she handed over her ticket to him, he looked at it and immediately apologized to Sudhamurthy, called up two armed guards and escorted her to the aircraft. The two women were shocked. As soon as the plane landed to Bangalore, Sudhamurthy herself went up to the two women and told them that no matter who they are, no matter how rich they are, they don't have the right to judge another person, and that she herself has no idea how much she owns, and she walked off. There's another example that I was recently reading in a blog where an old father was traveling with his 24-year-old son in a train, and every time a tree, a pond or a cloud or anything as simple as that was visible, the 24-year-old man would get excited. He would look out of the window. Every time he would see a tree, he would call up his dad and say, "Dad, there's a tree here." Every time he would see a river, he would wake up his dad and say, "Dad, there's a river." Every time he would put his head outside the window and see the clouds, and he would get excited at the simplest of things. There was a young couple sitting next to this father and son. And that couple, after some time, couldn't help, but they asked the old father, "How old is your son?" The old father replied, "He's 24. The couple laughed and said to the old man, "Your son is 24 years old and he is still excited at the sight of a tree, a cloud and a pond. It is high time you take him to a good doctor or a psychiatrist." The old father replied, "We are just coming back from a doctor. My son got his vision today. My son got his eyes today." No matter who you are, you don't know everybody's story. The truth is, every time we come across new people, every time we meet new people, we look for the shortcomings in them. We look for the negativity in them. Every single person on this planet has a story to tell. Do not judge anybody without having any idea about what they have gone through. Because in the end, the truth might surprise you. This is Sanketh.